Welcome to Foundation Friday. The dedication and covenant of silent unity was signed on December 7th, 1892 by Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, founders of the Unity movement. It is unlikely when they signed this covenant that they had any idea how far-reaching unity would be as it evolved into the church we know and love today. We invite you to join us as we explore and share some of the original ideas, teachings, and writings of the men and women who created the foundation of the Unity Church.
Hi there. Thank you so much for joining us today for Foundation Friday. Today, I've got something a little bit different than what we've been doing lately. I found this resource, like I find so many great resources, at truthunity.net. And honestly, I was so impressed with this that I'm going to put the link right there in the description of the video so that you can find it too. This is a course in prayerful transformation called Grace Awakening. Now, I'm not sure when it was originally put together, but it was redone in 1993, and it's posted in its entirety at truthunity.net so that you can download the whole course, or you can pick and choose pieces of it. I'm going to share just a little bit, kind of whet your appetite, I hope, of Grace Awakening. So we're going to start by a poem by James Dillett Freeman, one of our favorite ministers and poets. This poem is called Grace. Though God only can create, I till and weed, and then I wait. And in the thicket of my thought bloom flowers that I never wrought. I stand in wonder and behold beauty I never sowed unfold. Visions of faith, insights of love, truths that I had no forethought of. Somehow there is in me yet more than I myself might settle for, a faith that brings perfection out, past my own powers, I have no doubt. One day, all unexpectedly, the rose of Christ shall bloom in me. I found that absolutely beautiful. Now, I'll read a little bit of the introduction and then I'll share one more thing with you. This is the introduction. Lowell Fillmore, one of the sons of Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, co-founders of Unity, helps us understand the concept of grace when he says, remember that the grace of God is God's love in action. God's grace is unlimited and so wonderful that words can scarcely describe it. We can use such words as mercy, forgiveness, compassion, goodwill, kindness, inspiration, and generosity to describe God's grace, but they are hardly adequate to cover the fullness of its meaning. And then Lowell Fillmore wrote this in October 14th, 1956. The introduction goes on to say, the important thing to remember is that the above-mentioned attributes of God are being expressed towards every human being in this present moment and in every moment to come unto eternal life. This benevolent activity of love cannot be earned by any action on our part, nor is it more or less available to some than others. Grace is the pure, unconditional love of God, which is perpetually operative and perpetually expressed towards all mankind. It is very important, however, to be aware that certain states of human consciousness can become blocks to the fullest realization and experience of grace. The purpose of this course is to become aware of these blocks and to learn how to consciously cooperate with the activity of grace, which is always ready to remove them. Okay, so I'm going to jump ahead to grace as love, understanding grace. 1. Remember that the grace of God is God's love in action. God's grace is unlimited and so wonderful that words can scarcely describe it. We can use such words as mercy, forgiveness, compassion, goodwill, kindness, inspiration, and generosity to describe God's grace, but they are hardly adequate to cover the fullness of its meaning. Of course, that's what we just read by Lowell Fillmore. 2. Grace is God's gift of love and mercy, given freely to us, whether or not we deserve it. We cannot steal, borrow, buy, or earn it. We can only accept it or refuse it. 3. The grace of God extends to all people, not alone to one sect or creed. All men are equal in favor with God. 4. The true nature of God as law is realized through merit, not through merit, but through grace, love. No one really feels he has earned love, for love from any source is felt as a free gift, as grace. The word grace is synonymous with love. It is unconditional, impartial, and unsolicited. It is perpetually operative and fully accessible to all. There is nothing we can do that will increase its availability, but we can resist it by holding thoughts and feelings opposed to the nature of love or the nature of being. Okay, so that's just a little taste of this wonderful course that's available to you free for download. Grace Awakening at truthunity.net. I certainly hope your appetite has been whetted. I know mine has, and now I'm considering doing the course online. Let me know what you think about that. As always, your opinion matters. We'd love to hear from you, to know what you're thinking, to get a little bit of feedback, and to have some direction to meet your needs and fulfill your desires. Before we go, remember, you matter. You are sacred. And you are so, so very loved. Thank you for being with us. Namaste.
Thank you for joining us, and let's stay connected and grow in spirit. We are on Facebook. Search for Unity Church of El Cajon and follow us and like our posts. You can reach us on YouTube at Unity Church of El Cajon. Please subscribe to our channel, watch our videos, and leave comments which can help us improve. We are on the web at unityofelcajon.org. Email or call our church office to receive our weekly newsletters, which lists all of our activities and opportunities to learn and grow together.